AIMIM's Asaduddin Owaisi is now with us. Mr. Owaisi, good evening. Sanket here. First of all, congratulations. The fact that this performance from the MIM, a lot was being said against your party, that you are B team, C team, D team. A lot had been said about you, that you were eating into the opposition space. You've been able to prove that, you've got 5 seats. This is no mean feat. I want to know from you, what was your expectation and what role do you see yourself playing in Bihar, in Bihar's government formation?
Well, as far as these allegations are concerned, people who make such allegations, they are trying to hide their frustration and inability and political incapacity, because they are in this sad habit of, if victory happens to them, they blame it on one family, and if defeat comes to them, which has become a continuous affair, they try to blame a Muslim whose name is Asaduddin Owaisi. So that doesn't bothers me. As far as what my role in Bihar, my party's role in Bihar is concerned, we started our political journey 5 years ago in Bihar. We didn't win any seat out of the 6 we contested 5 years ago, but we have been consistently working in Bihar, raising the underdevelopment of Seemanchal area, which is the country's most backward region. We have been raising those issues. I have also personally, submitted a private member's bill for the Regional Development Council for Seemanchal on the basis of Article 371E. So, and we continue to ensure that our demand is basically that Seemanchal should develop and prosper as Patna or Nalanda or Gaya and Darbhanga has prospered and developed. That unfortunately has not happened, and so that is why this fight for Seemanchal, justice for Seemanchal will continue. And of course, this is quite heartwarming, and I know it's a very humbling experience that people of Seemanchal have blessed us, and I'm thankful to them. In fact, I don't have any words, but definitely we'll take it forward. We'll want to strengthen our party more in Bihar, and that we'll do.
Yeah, Mr. Owaisi, see, you contested this election together in an alliance with RLSP and the BSP, right? So are you going to decide on the future course of action also together as an alliance? Or do we expect Mr. Owaisi to decide separately and Ms. Mayawati to decide separately? Would you like to tell us a little about it?
No. To be very honest, the credit should go to Mr. Upender Kushwaha, because he was the one who had alliance with BSP. Our party had done an alliance with Mr. Devendra Yadav, Samajwadi Janata Dal. It was Mr. Upender Kushwaha who got all of us together for the Bihar Assembly elections. And definitely this victory of MIM, the credit must also be given to RLSP, Bahujan Samaj Party and Devendra Prasad and Mr. Rajgar also. So as far as taking it forward is concerned, I know I don't know what will happen in future, but definitely everywhere I feel that the minorities and the weaker section should come together, and only time will tell what happens in the future.
A lot was said, Mr. Owaisi, about the opposition not being united, that an Owaisi was not in the same Mahagathbandhan as the RJD or the Congress or the other political parties. You see, the strike rate of the left has been very good. They've been beneficiaries of this Mahagathbandhan. Do you think that had you been part of a larger coalition of the opposition, you would have been far more successful in maybe even a shot at power? I know you don't like this question.
No. You see, this is like doing a postmortem. In politics, you learn from mistakes. Now it is for you to decide who committed a mistake. But as far as I am concerned, our Bihar State President, Mr. Akhtar Liman, went and personally met each and important leaders of the political parties to have an alliance, but no one was ready to touch us, even with a barge pole. So now that is the fact of the matter. So it is wrong to blame us. It is, this question of yours should be answered.
No, so you're saying that parties like RJD and Congress and CPML, this Mahagathbandhan treated you and other smaller parties like an outcast. And that's why...
Well, you see, Well, you see, Akhtarul Iman Sahib went and met each and every one. In not only that, Akhtarul Iman Sahib went and met each and every important Muslim leaders, because, you know, at the drop of the hat, they say, why are you contesting? So we went and met. We said, okay, we're ready. Please, you know, you ensure this. But it didn't materialize. And but as far as why it didn't happen, I cannot answer that. But I am on record telling you that we did try for it, and it didn't happen.
Now, Mr. Owaisi, you say that you want to do good for the Simanchal region, right? Now, how can you do good for people if you are not in power? Can you hear me, Mr. Owaisi? I believe you are having some problem.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, my question is, you say that you want to do good for the people of Simanchal, the people you are going to represent, your MLAs are going to represent. The best way to do this is to be in power, right? Only then you can make some change. Now, if there is a situation where the arithmetic suggests that an Owaisi is required, the MIM's support is required and is essential to do good to the Simanchal region, will you then support this alliance or not, the Mahagathbandhan?
See, let me answer the first part of your question, that one has to be in power to develop a particular assembly constituency. I want to inform you that is completely rubbish, because when people of that particular constituency vote for you, they expect that elected representative to work for the overall development of that constituency. And our party in Telangana, we have never been in power. When you say power, being part of the government, being a minister, or, you know, all those glamour which comes with it. You have 6 wide belief which is there in the Bihar Act when flood comes. Now, if you don't develop your constituency, what is the point of you being in power? All these people who lost against our candidates, they were in power. They became ministers. What have they done? So that is very important. You know, and as far as what happened, you know, let us wait for the final results to come, and then we'll decide. But be rest assured that our MLAs will aggressively fight for the development of Simanchal. They will not sit in an assembly only as bystanders, but they will be raising voices.
I know, Mr. Owaisi, you're a barrister. It's extremely hard to extract a question which is, or an answer which you do not want to answer. But let me give it a shot once again. Who all are the political untouchables for Mr. Owaisi in Bihar, as far as the parties are concerned?
Well,
BJP, JDU?
Well, the biggest untouchable is sitting in front of you. So what can I...
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's the biggest... Yeah,
right now, with 5 MLAs, trust me, you are anything but untouchable.
No, I don't... See, let me be very clear in telling you that until the last vote is counted and you and me come to know that which party has got how many MLAs, that in itself will dictate the path towards who will form the government. I cannot sit here and speculate, and neither has any political party contacted me. And let me also tell you very clearly that our party's observer, Mr. Majid Hussain, who have been very consistently working in Bihar from last 5 years, have categorically stated that as far as MIM is concerned, we will not compromise on true secularism. We will not compromise on true secularism concerned, and will continue to fight for Simanchal. That is the party's official stand. And if you go back in time, my parliamentary interventions as a member of parliament, we have always opposed BJP. Whether it's 370, CAA, triple talaq, we have been opposing BJP. So now this is what I have to tell you at this point, and
so
we have to
I think you've made it very easy for me to deduct from what you're saying. If a BJP is ruled out because they're, I think, the second largest party, and their alliance is within distance of forming a government. So if it is not BJP, then obviously it's the other side. I mean, I can only draw this natural deduction from what you're saying.
Well, I cannot stop a TV anchor from deducting whatever he or she desires. You know, that is That is your fundamental right.
Sure.
But what I have to answer, I've answered to you.
Sure. All right, Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
and congratulations once again.
Thank you. Thank you.